Hi, welcome back to Me and Mon Ami. Now, over these last few weeks, we've taken you on all kinds of adventures to villages in mountains and villages in far-flung places. But what we've never done is really shown you the village in which we live, Villefranche-sur-Mer, the village in which we've lived for the last 17 years. So in this video, we are going to give you a whistle-stop tour of Villefranche in our Citroën Ami, and we're going to give you an insider guide to where to go, what to do, and to what's new in Villefranche in 2023. And then at the end of it all, we're going to take you to a new restaurant that's opened in the town, and where we're going to celebrate Mr. Boo's 40th birthday. So if you come into Villefranche via car or bus from Nice, this is the sign that tells you you've arrived in the village that never sleeps. So if you're on the bus, the first thing you want to do is make sure you get off at the right stop. Now that sounds like it's an obvious thing to do, but many people get off far too early, don't they, Mr. Boo?
They do indeed.
And you see them slogging down here because they get off there. Don't get off there, get down to Octroi. Octroi is the stop you want. Now, the first of our little things to point out, on the right-hand side here, you've got the Hotel Versailles. Very long established, moderately expensive hotel, quite expensive. Now got a very posh restaurant, if you can see that, with very nice table covers and flowers and a great view. Haven't eaten there, can't tell you what the food's like, but you certainly have got a very, very nice location if you want to splurge. Hotel La Flore, a little bit cheaper than the Versailles here on the right-hand side. Check that one out if you're looking for something a little bit more budgety. But just down here on the right is where Octroi bus stop is, where you will get off. That's if you want to come to Villefranche. Of course, you'll have come on the 605, is it?
607.
607. It used to be the 100 for years. It's been the 100. The 607 from Nice. Or what's the one that goes to Saint-Jean?
15.
Or the 15. 607 or the 15. On the right-hand side here, a little diner at the end of the park. Hope you're catching sight of that. Very good place to go if you go to the market, which is held every Wednesday and every Saturday until about 1:30, 2 o'clock. That's a food market. Saturday you sometimes get clothes and furnishings and knickknacks, things like that. Over here, La Régence is fondly known in the village as Chez Betty, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Recently celebrated its 50th birthday, even older than Mr. Boo.
Even older than me.
Even older than him. Run by the same family for the last 50 years. That is the most inexpensive hotel in the town. Lovely little rooms, really warm welcome from the family. I would recommend that highly if you're looking for a budget option. Now, when you get to here, if you're driving, if you take a right down here, you will come to the Old Port. Now that's where we're going, but if you want to go into the village, what you should have done is take a left. We're going to start in the port because we think the port is one of the secret places. Hotel Vauban, again, reasonable mid-scale pricing. But yeah, you can walk down here and you could take this footpath round the Citadel here on the left-hand side, and that would drop you down into the harbour. And it's a much quicker route than doing this full drive in the heat with the windows shut like we're doing. I think we might have a bit of air, Mr. Boo.
I think we might need a bit of air.
We tend to close the windows for the sound, but you know, we do have to breathe. So yeah, we're now taking you down into the ancient Danse, which has been here since about 1780, isn't it? Longer than me.
Even longer than you.
So coming down here is your first bit of parking. If you do a left here up into the Citadel, you will find paid for parking. I'm afraid at this time of year there is very little free parking. Here, another relatively inexpensive, very long established hotel with great views at the front, the Hotel de la Danse. Next door to it, La Tronquette, which does jazz evenings, very good food. And now there's a restaurant up here, isn't there?
La Stoa.
La Stoa, which is just opened on the terrace of the Hotel de la Danse. But that's a good option if you're looking for something not quite as cheap as Chez Betty, but nothing like as expensive as the Versailles.
If you need to park and charge, the electric chargers in Ladas are just there.
Just there. And were they free?
And they were free available.
How interesting. And your first hour, if you've got the Prise de Nice card, is free. Top tip. But there's also other parking in here. That side is paid for. I think all of this is paid for, isn't it?
Yeah.
More or less. So it's tricky to park, particularly from sort of May, June onwards. Just beware if you're going to come in the car, allow time and allow money to park. This we came to for lunch the other day, very long established, used to be a buvette, which is just like a little sandwich bar. Then it sort of graduated to being a mini restaurant. The Joyeuse Baleine, if I can speak, the Happy Whale. And very good little salad niçoise, 15 euros, pichets of rouge and rosé, nice, inexpensive. This place on the side here, I think is run by the same people, a lot more expensive. If you want to spend a bit more, then go there. But I particularly like the Joyeuse Baleine. Lots of apartments in here if you're wanting a beach holiday. Mr. Boo's got an Airbnb in there.
Airbnb just here.
If you need an Airbnb, Mr. Boo is the person to contact in VILLEFRANCHE. Contact us via meandmonami.com, and Mr. Boo will tell you all about his urbanabuzz, as I used to call them.
Urbanabuzz.
Urbanabuzz. At school we used to say bunabuzz, not BNB. Anyway, we're going to come up here and I'm going to show you one of the two beaches in Villefranche. I say two, but the big beach has lots of sections to it, but this is what we'd call the Darth Beach, isn't it? The local beach for local people. The People's Beach.
The People's Beach.
This is the People's Beach. And in order to get to the People's Beach, you go along this path, which is alongside the Oceanological Institute. And there is a little bus that comes here, but it's not the 15, and it's definitely not the 607. But yeah, if you walk along that path there, that will bring you to the People's Beach, and I think I conveniently have some drone footage, which I may drop in just to prove it. Now into the main town of Villefranche, the village itself, and we're going to do so via the Citadel. This is the best way to get in. In fact, it's the quickest way and it's the most picturesque, but it's a bit steep. But up here you will see a lot more parking, again paid for parking. If you come on the tour bus from Nice, the red tour bus, then it will drop you at the other side of the Citadel. You'll see the stop for that. So you could come this way to the Darche, you could go that way into Villefranche. But yeah, there are parking spaces here today, and as I say, parking spaces are at a premium, but don't forget to pay, otherwise they'll have you. They'll have you. So yeah, down here into the village of Villefranche, and in there is where the museums, the galleries, the town hall is, where sometimes there are concert stage, where the open air cinema is.
Cinema in the summer.
Théâtre de Verdun? No.
The Théâtre de Verdun.
Yeah, Théâtre de Verdun. We're now going into Villefranche. You'll have seen this on many of our videos as we've driven off to other places. But as I say, it's been a long time since we've actually talked about the village itself, which I know many of our subscribers love. Parking Wilson there, you can park, quite expensive, $2.50 an hour, but you can park. And of course here, the very famous Welcome Hotel, right opposite the statue of Cocteau. Hi, how are you? Very famous Welcome Hotel, which goes right back. We're not going to do a history lesson in this video. We're going to save that for another video because we've got a very special guest coming along here. Spalato. All these restaurants have got, as you can see, tables on the seafront. The very famous Mère Germaine, which has been the grandfather of all the restaurants in Villefranche since 1938, really. This is new, Olivia. This used to be, what was it you called before?
Fille de Pêcheur?
Something like that, yeah. Lumafusion, very good, reasonably priced diner, good sized portions, great location. Dry bar, nice place to come for an apéro.
Little cocktail.
Cocktail, not the cheapest place, but it's a nice place to sit. You will pay a little bit of a premium for drinks and to some extent food on the front, though less than you think if you choose the right places. Lumafusion is not particularly expensive compared to other places in Villefranche. So we're headed now to the main beach, which is known as the Plage de Marne. There's the Alma. I know nothing about Alma, apart from she used to be in Coronation Street. But it used to be called Beluga, but there's a restaurant, it's got a good view. Little inexpensive cafe here, good for snacks, good for quick drinks, good to get out of the sun in the afternoon. Little petit pot here for ice creams, galettes, you know, sort of snacky food. Get your inflatables over there, that's where you get your inflatables. If you don't want to bring an inflatable, you can get an inflatable just over there. Espuma. This is a nice place to sit.
It's a nice place to sit.
Changed name a few times recently, but this one seems to be doing a little bit better. And again, nice place to sit, mid-scale I would say in price. This is the beach club that only appears here in Villefranche in sort of May, June time, runs through to about the end of September. Used to be, who's ran it? Delibo, and now we think it's changed to, well, let's see if we can see the name.
I can't see it.
Can't see it. There's not many punters either, is there?
It hasn't. I don't think it's fully open.
Not yet fully open. They started late this year. But if you want to pay for a bed, usually it's about sort of 20, 25 euros for the bed. You know, it's not an inexpensive day out. It's actually cheaper than many of the sort of more expensive beach clubs. I would say Paloma on Saint-Jean-Cap-Fry is a little bit dearer. The one in Beaulieu is even more expensive, but the beds are a bit more spaced out, a bit more select, you might say. But this is very nice place to sit. But of course, you can just sit on the normal beach for note, and that's what we do, isn't it, really? I don't think we went there once last year. We tend to come here quite a lot. La Praia, you'll have seen this in other videos. They do a great pan bagnat here.
They do.
Very good pan bagnat. Also next door, they do a very good pan bagnat. Pan bagnat being the local delicacy, salad niçoise and a bread roll. I won't spare you the detail on that. But these two places, almost identical pricing. The Voile Bleu as well, been here a long time. But great places to come. You can come off the beach, get a bit of lunch, go back to the beach, swim off your lunch. So up there above us is the railway station, Villefranche railway station. Now, if you are staying in Nice and you happen to be anywhere near Gare Riquier or the main station, Saint Augustin, then the train is a great option. There's probably 3 an hour, certainly 2 an hour.
Yes.
You will be here from Riquier in about 3 minutes. You can also hire paddle boards here, that's fun. You can get your slush puppy over there. You can bring a picnic here. Lovely place to picnic. Sometimes I bring my laptop down or my iPad and do a bit of editing of the videos, and we often film down here. But these are the little secret beaches I talk about. Now, if you come to this end here, you can get in quite easily. The thing you've got to note about the beaches here is that the Darse beach, where we first showed you in the port, all pebbles. If you're going to get in there comfortably, you need those little jelly shoes, don't you? Or those ones Decathlon sell for about £6. You know, you look like you're walking around in slippers. It's a bit embarrassing, but get over yourself because you'll thank me for it. And you can put them in your suitcase. They weigh nothing. Well worth bringing or going to Decathlon in Nice, but you probably don't want to do that on your holiday, so bring them from home. So in season, this end, well, the whole of this beach is guarded by lifeguards. We're not quite there yet. In July, I think they come. You know, the men with tight lycra and ladies with armbands, and it's, you feel very reassured. I do anyway. But we're going to now go into Park in Wilson and do a quick costume change. How's about that then? Very Mr. Ben. And then we're going to give you a tour of the village. So let's head up this alley and see what's happening in Villefranche. of an evening, and then we're going to excitingly take you to a new restaurant we've been invited to, and we're going to celebrate again Mr. Boo's 40th. He's had a number of celebrations this week, the big ones still to come. Here we are, Main Street, High Street, main thoroughfare of Villefranche, Rue Pelou, and the Grignotier here on this side, one of the oldest, longest established restaurants. Here's one of the longest established bars, and oh, look who's there! Oh no! And it's all buzzing in La Far. That's the local expat hangout and boaty hangout, disreputable character hangout. The place to be. Good cheap drinks. A few little gift shops. So heading further down Rue Pelou, you've got heading towards Rue de Mai. You've got the old casino. Not the casino for gambling. It's the casino for shopping. Shopping. Estate agent and art gallery there. Fantastic. You've got little boutique dress shop there for Mr. Boo. Anything you fancy?
Oh, I like that sparkly shirt.
Is Twiggy interested in the chien?
No, they not seem to be ignoring each other.
No. Gelato, quite a lot of gelato. This is a nice square to eat, Les Garçons. Long established place, quite reasonable at lunchtime, a little bit more expensive at dinner time, but very nice. Take note, if you come to Villefranche, bring your hiking boots, because there's a good few steps. But if you go up any of these side streets, you will head towards the church, head towards Rue d'Église, and there you'll find 2 or 3 other restaurants, including one of our favourites, which is, of course, La Serre. Once you get up here, yeah, it's much more sort of residential and lovely and planty and herbaceous, isn't it, Mr. Boots? Herbaceous. But just down here is La Serre, which is one of our favourite restaurants. Just a very simple family restaurant where the food is reasonably priced. It's nothing pretentious going on, but it's a great place to bring the kids. Great place to have a lovely night out. The Belle Étoile here does a sort of 3-course set, doesn't it, usually?
Yeah.
Got a good reputation. I've never eaten there, but I'm sure it's good. Let's carry on beyond. La Serre, bonsoir, ça va? Ça va. Ça va, Sylvie? Up towards the church, and we're going to show you a bit of Asian cuisine, a bit of Far Eastern cuisine, because we've got a little Thai restaurant around this corner. And there you go, the old Vietnamese restaurant on your right hand side here. Always does a good trade. The Mekong. There it is, the Mekong. Oh, our surprise restaurant.
Oh.
Restaurant bar. A new entry on the Villefranche scene. What is it called, Mr. Boo?
It's called Joyenne or Joyenne.
Joyenne, I knew you'd pronounce it better than me. Well, here we are, Joyenne. Let's check it out. So, what have we got on the menu? We've got, Mr. Boo.
Well, for the main course is the poke bowl, and you love a poke bowl.
I like a poke bowl.
There's a pad thai.
I love pad thai.
Asian flavour.
It's a bit of a fusion mix here.
Yep, there's a pièce du boucher from the butchers, which today is a black Angus steak, which sounds nice. And the poisson de la rade from the Rade of Villefranche is a dorade royale, a royal sea bream. Sounds good.
What about the entrees?
Entrees, they've got a gravlax of saumon, burrata, melon and jambon cru, melon parma ham, very nice. And there's some crispy chihuahua, crispy chicken. It sounds good for you.
What's the name of this chien?
Isla.
Isla, and Isla's sponsored by the Art House 11 Gallery, look.
Yes, and she's a little Instagram girl as well.
Yeah.
She's Isla Bear 95 on Instagram, and she has lots of little friends. And you're a little friend, Twiggy, aren't you?
Yeah, Twiggy's a new friend.
Say hi. Hi, Twiggy.
Oh,
Oh, look, yeah. A little cocktail.
Oh, a little cocktail for the chien.
Yeah. Look, Twiggy.
Don't be arguing over the cocktail, chiens.
Do you want this?
oh, maybe.
sissy, yeah. Do you say more ice next time?
Yeah. Or vodka next time.
She takes it straight down, all
like
in
a
one,
daddy.
Twiggy. Takes after her dad.
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir. Saint-Germain, Paris Saint-Germain.
Cheers.
Cheers, Twiggy. It's coming, Mr. Boo.
Looks like it's coming.
I'm excited. Tasting my steak blur. Steak blur. Now that's good. That's properly blur. See how blur that is, Mr. Boo?
Wow, that looks very blur.
Blur, blur, blur. I like steak. That's delicious. And now I'm reliably informed that these are 100% homemade chips. They look like homemade chips. And they taste like homemade chips. Delicious. Very, very nice. What have you got, Mr. Boo? Oh, here's Mr. Boo's pad thai.
Look, it's got a pansy.
Show us. It's got more than one pansy, this birthday party. So, tell us, what's in a pad thai for them as don't
Oh,
know?
there's peanuts, there's bean sprouts, there's noodles.
Big piece of chicken.
Big piece of chicken.
Noodles. Normally in Thailand you get more sauce, wouldn't you? You think? A little bit, no? I'm mixing it up with a cow soy, I think.
Yeah, no, it's really nice.
Is that nice?
Very nice. Nice and soy noodles
It looks delicious.
and some crispy chicken.
I am desperate to put this camera down so I can eat more of mine. So I hear, well, you just told me that you have a ladies' night. A ladies'
A
night.
ladies' night, yes.
Does that involve
Ladies' night.
stripograms?
Not yet. We have tried to persuade Jeremy to lie on the table covered in chocolate sauce, but so far he's declined.
Right.
We're 6:30 at Joyen in Villefranche, and anybody's welcome to come along and have drinks.
And that's here?
And here. And Sebastian and Jeremy put a special menu on with a bit of a discounted rate for all of us ladies.
Ladies who munch.
Yes, exactly.
Like Roger de Courcy with Nookie Bear. Bob Carroll G's and Spit the Dog. Roger de Courcy, Nookie Bear. See, this was a golden age of comedy. None of this newfangled stuff. Rod Hull, he fell off his chimney, mending his TV aerial. I think he was doing a satellite dish, a bit like me. And he were on the roof mending some expat TV and he fell off. It's a way to go. I actually could see that for myself.
If only he'd watched your video.
In fact, when we were at the opera, we went to La Bohème Opera, Nice Opera the other night, just because we'd heard that they were booing because there was a section involving a plastic phallus and Freddie Mercury. And they did boo. And I thought, what a way to go. I could throw myself from the gods into the orchestra in the midst of La Bohème.
As they're saying my name.
As they were saying Mr. Boo's name, boo, they were going boo. Well, that was delicious, wasn't it?
It was yummy.
Because I was surprised because I kind of thought, well, it's more of a bar and it might be a bit sort of tapasy and sort of nice, cold meat platters and cheese and things like that.
But they've gone proper resto.
Well, they've got proper resto. It's a small menu, but the steak was delicious. Chips are delicious. Pad thai.
Yum, yum.
I thought it was delicious. So yeah, it's a nice addition, and just off the main place here in Villefranche, a good place to pop into. Tell me the name again.
Joyen.
Joyen. You see, you can say it better than me.
Joyen.
Joyen. But yeah, give Joyen a whirl.
La belle époque, oh oh. La belle époque, oh oh. La belle époque, la belle époque. Pour me champagne, love me insane. Flowers and chocolate in a color that matches my bonnet.
Mr. Boo! Look at this, Mr. Boo's special birthday apple goggle mask. Nuts. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give us a like, please give us a comment, and remember everyone, stay charged. Bye!
La belle